What up, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We have a loaded show coming up today. Some rumors around Julius Randle, Damian Lillard. We also got a mailbag coming up as well. The news of yesterday was that Julius Randle ended up leaving CAA, the agency formerly run by Leon Rose, the president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks. He has signed with a new agency, and the rumors about him potentially being traded are officially on fire. We're going to get into all that coming up in a second. But first, let's get the comment section going. Got 70 people already watching today's show. Let's hit a real one roll call. If you're a real one, type those real ones in the comment section because I already see a couple of them. My man, Boston Nick. What up, Boston Nick, my man? Hope all is well. Hope everything's going good for you, brother. One of the best dudes on Knicks Twitter right there. And Knicks YouTube. Shout out to you. Always showing love to me. My man Ty Johnson is a real one. What up, Terrence Newman? Ty Clemens. True Knick fan. 25. Brian. Ethan. Kamario Jarvis. So Real 13. Carl. CeeLo. Knicks Galaxy. My man. What up? See some spicy little rumors out there today.
There are a lot of rumors today. I'm really hoping, Marsh, we'll get into it. I'm hoping Dame doesn't go to Miami. Any other team and the Knicks. I'm honestly hoping he doesn't go to the Knicks either. Any other team besides those two.
Yeah. Any other team outside of the Heat for Dame Lillard, and I'm going to be happy.
That's just going to be hilarious to see Heat fans. And you guys
they don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it. They are one of the most spoiled fan bases in all of sports. Miami Heat fans, I can't stand them.
They're the worst. I mean, what team leaves down like 8 in the final minute of the NBA Finals and just leaves when you have LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, and Eric Spoelstra? Heat fans are freaking frauds. I can't stand them.
D. Wade to Shaq to the big three in Miami with Bron, and now this little run they've been on. Now they want to have another big three with Dame, Jimmy, and Bam. A little jealous, but they don't deserve them.
Worst fans in sports, 100%. My man Tom Torrance says, what up, Marsh? What up, brother? Primo Miller says, true, real one. Yes, sir. Young OG NYC says, real one. Boston Nick showing my man Seep some love. Hector's a real one. Ethan is a real one. Terrence showing love to Seeps. Mano. Who's the guy that always says you look like the one guy?
Oh, Jim Carrey. I think it is Terrence.
Is that Terrence Newman looking like a young Jim Carrey?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is Terrence.
Always saying you look like a young Jim Carrey.
I can't wait for the watch parties to get back going.
We are going to get the watch parties back rolling. We'll be live for that first preseason game. We're going to do as many watch parties this year as possible. Last year we did 70. The goal is to do more than that. Brian says Heat fans don't even show up until halftime.
Yes.
Frauds. Ethan says L Heat. J-Liv says present. What up, J-Liv?
What up?
Boston Nick getting a little LOL in the chat. Love to start the show with this question right here. I feel like the Knicks are kind of being slept on right now. I was listening to this stupid podcast, Locked On NBA, and they were saying the Knicks are in a bad spot. If any other team in the NBA won 47 games last year in their first season of a new roster and won a playoff series, every other NBA writer would be talking about how they're going to make a leap in year 2. But since it's the Knicks, and it's Knicks for clicks, and it's easy to shit on them, the Knicks just are a bad organization all of a sudden. So I want to ask this question. Las Vegas has the win total for the New York Knicks this year at 43.5 wins.
That's
over
crazy.
Under. Over under. Type your O's for over. Type your U's for under. I want to hear from you guys. I'm going over. Unless there is a catastrophic injury, Brunson misses 30 games, this team is winning 44 games.
Because if they win 43 games, we're viewing the season as a massive disappointment.
Agreed.
At least I would.
I would for sure, because that's right on the cut of either you're a play-in or a playoff team, and that was the goal last year. The goal this year is to be a top 4 seed and have home court advantage for that first playoff series. So
you know what I think is the number one slept-on trait of a good basketball team is continuity and chemistry. This roster is all back, and we know the chemistry that the Nova boys have. I feel like that aspect of the Knicks, and I feel like because obviously we don't really talk about that in the NBA media, is oh, these guys have all been together. I feel like that matters. When you're in those crunch time situations and you look over and it's man, I have this guy I've been playing with since college, or a guy like Randle and Brunson. Randle, Brunson, and RJ. Like, they've all been together for a whole year, went through a playoff run. Just going to kind of add that kind of battle armor, I guess.
Sherwin says the Knicks have 10 shooting guards on the roster. Name them for me. I'd love to hear who the 10 shooting guards are. Would love to hear who they are, Sherwin. Welcome to the show, my man. The grumpiest Knicks fan in all of the world right there. Sherwin, as he does defend Julius Randle harder than anybody in the league right there. Oh, Sherwin.
I'm kind of changing my tune on Randle. I swear, it's ever since the Paul George podcast I watched, I have completely changed my tune on Randle.
I'm just at the point where, like, we know who he is, we know what he has to do, and he's now become underrated in the NBA somehow.
Yes.
Not even a top 50. It's weird, Seeps. You know who votes on all NBA? NBA media members.
Yeah.
But then all these lists that are coming out from NBA media sites don't have him in the top 50. So you voted him as a top 6 forward in the league, and then you voted him as not a top 50 player.
I think it's the regular season, postseason, like.
But I would say this. I would rather a player be able to carry me to the playoffs and fall short in those playoffs than a player that can't even get me to the playoffs.
100%.
Kristaps Porzingis has never led a team to the playoffs.
Nope.
Paolo Banchero's never led a team to the playoffs. He's a rookie, I understand, but it's asinine that anyone would say he is a better basketball player right now than Julius Randle. It's not
And
even
it's also
close.
guys like Powell and Porzingis. Who says their games translate to the playoffs?
What about 9 point per game in the playoffs, Evan Mobley? He was terrible against the Knicks.
Terrible.
He was terrible. He's definitely underrated at this point. Does he have flaws in his game? Absolutely. Has he been a fraud in the playoffs? Absolutely. But there is no way, no how you can tell me there are 55 players on this earth that are better basketball players than Julius Randle.
And Randle's one of those dudes this year, I'm going to be rooting for him. Like, I felt like last year I was almost like, obviously still rooting for him and everything, but like, I want him to prove everybody else wrong. Because I feel like that's like the Big J take now where it's like, oh, Randle can't get it done in the postseason, which he hasn't. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm going to be rooting for him, though.
Can he get it done in year 2 as Asia is back in the chat?
What up, Asia?
What up? We got 103 people watching. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get up to 50 likes, and we might get the show going. We do have a mailbag coming up in a little bit, but hit that thumbs up icon. Once we get to 50 likes, we're going to start today's show. And if you want to be featured on the mailbag, just go ahead, hashtag Knicks in the comment section, or you could super chat. All super chats will get up on screen. Today's goal, if we get to $200 in super chats, I'm doing a beer boot. If we get to 50, I'll do a beer shotgun. But if we get to 200 today, I'm doing a beer boot. Last week, we got to like 150. We got to be better than we were last week.
We got it. Hey, the season's getting here.
The season is a week closer than it was last week.
It's climbing. It's climbing.
So those are the deals of the day. $50. Once we get to $50 in super chats, I'm doing a beer shotgun. If we get to 200, I'm doing a beer boot. That's 3 beers and a boot, and we chug. Hit that thumbs up icon. 10 likes away from 50. As Crim's dad says, let's discuss the 2 new hires at Chat Sports. Crimmy, one of those girls is actually a Knicks fan.
She's a big-time Knicks fan, actually.
Crimmy, is she still here?
I think so. Let me
ask her how much for a beer shotgun race versus me.
All right.
She's a Knicks fan. She's new to the team. Maybe we bring her on the show today if we get a $50 super chat.
Let's do that.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Someone better step up to the plate. If y'all want to meet the new hire here at Chat Sports, Miss Allie. As Nick Davidoff. Davidoff. A $20 super chat. Davidoff.
Where are my shades, Davidoff?
Davidoff. My man Nick Davidoff, a $20 super chat. We appreciate the love as always, my man. Thank you to you. Don't come on screen yet.
Hold on.
But I want to ask, if we get a $50 super chat, can we do a beer shotgun?
You guys.
Oh!
There we go. Rob Rodriguez. He's flexing up there. Bang!
$100 super
Let's
chat. Drop
go.
those double R's. in the comment section. My man Rob Rod was ready to party.
Yeah, dude, the silent assassin. I didn't even know Double R was in the chat. I didn't know we had the legend.
I didn't know. He didn't say anything. You never know where he is. He's always just lurking around the corner.
Yeah.
Now you see me. Now you don't. Rob Rod in the building. Type those double R's.
Let's go.
Let's ride. Allie, are we doing a beer shotgun race? I'm not a beer bong guy. You are more than welcome to do a beer bong. Okay. I'll do a beer shotgun.
Okay. Let's go.
Just tell someone to grab the shotgun tool. They'll know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Happy dad for me, please. Thank you, Allie. Thank you. Allie will come on the show. We're going to do a little beer chugging race. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We also got Michael Henderson. He came in with the 5. Said, you are awesome. Can't wait till the season starts. Shout out to MH.
Michael Henderson, we appreciate the love. It's going to be rowdy today. I can already feel it.
I got a feeling.
I'm already trying to prepare my stomach for that boot once we get to 200.
Well, we're close.
We're close. We're already at 125. Rob, I'm glad you were able to go to the game this week for the Giants and get a dub. That was kind of lit. Imagine being at that game.
That is lit. I do want to call Double R out, though.
Oh, my God. You're calling out Double R.
This is our guy, obviously. Are Marsh and I not good enough eye candy for you guys?
That's what I'm saying.
You guys get so excited when we get Allie, Lonzo back in the day. Are we not good enough? Shout out to Jay Liv in the chat.
I'm saying they don't have a widow's peak like me.
You guys don't want to see Brian Scalabrine Jr.? Is that
it's kind of messed up, bro.
I'm just a little disappointed. Where's the $100 super chat? I'll tell you what. If somebody matches the Double R, we'll do a boot race right now.
Woo-hoo!
If you guys, since I feel a little disrespected, Marsh and I right now before the cut, we would do a boot race if somebody matches the 100.
Shut your ass up, Chipper, you damn Sixers fan.
Come here.
F Chipper.
If somebody sends in 100, boot race, and this scumbag Philly fan, he'll have to do a beer bong with us. Right here.
The Sixers are the Knicks' daddy.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
I can't
be
believe
rooting
this
for
guy.
the Knicks once we trade for Joel Embiid. F Chip. If we get a $100 super chat. Seeps is boot racing with me. Allie's coming on the show, and Chip is drinking as well. You better put your drinking pants on. I know you Philly Bulls don't know how to party.
Philly doesn't know.
This guy says he's from Philly.
Yeah, this kid sucks. I agree.
Oh! Rob Rodriguez!
Thank you, Rob.
Bang!
I thought we weren't good enough for a second, Marsh.
Get your drinks, Chip. I don't give a shit. Get a drink and come drink it, you soft-ass Philly Bull.
All right. I'm going to go fill up some boots.
You fill up the boots. We'll have Allie come on and do a beer bong. And we'll have Chip, the fraud-ass Philadelphia 76er fan, do some drinking as well. Rob Rod. I got to work on my bicep game a little bit. Rob Rod is kind of taking me to the woodshed right here. I do want to bring on, though, another Knicks fan. Knicks fan number 2. You come this way. You can come on this way. Let's ride, Chip. F Chip. I want to bring on my dog, Allie Barefoot. We got 2 Knicks fans in office now. 2 Knicks fans and Seeps. Seeps, part-time Knicks fan as well. Show Allie some love in the chat. Drop those A's down below. Allie's going to be doing NBA content here for us. She'll be on Knicks Now from time to time. Maybe we do a little dual cast when they play the Boston Celtics or something like that. Might have to. All righty, I'm racing Allie, and then me and Seeps are going to do a beer boot as Chip over there pouring up his Bud Light, of course. Shout out to Rob Rodriguez. Let's ride. Woo! That was ice cold. Ice cold. Type those A's in the comments section. Show Allie some love. Newest member of Chat Sports. And absolutely a real one. We were drinking last Saturday night, myself, Allie, and the crew. We did some damage, that's for sure. Get your sorry ass on the screen, Chip. F Chip in the chat. F Chip in the chat. Yeah, I already did one. Chug your little Bud Light over there, dude. F Chip. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Honestly, it's not bad for a little Philadelphia 76er fan. Surprised you didn't spit. Can you bring a little tea can in here, though? A little trash can? Or is there one right there? I'll just put that right here. Shout out to Chip. Shout out to Allie. All right. That's right. I could put there as well. Got some new talent. Got some new talent here at Chat Sports. Chip, he may be a fraud 76ers fan. He's a good dude. Allie, she's a Knicks fan. She's a real one. I needed another Knicks fan in here. Seeps is awesome, but I need someone that bleeds orange and blue, as the real New Yorkers would say. As the real New Yorkers would say. Oh, my God. How we doing? How we doing? I'm getting some F Chips in the chat. That's what we needed. Let's do it.
What's up, Double R?
Double R making moves already. I'm going to do a Happy Dad boot race real quick with my guy Seeps. Trey Miles. Yeah! It says, yo, money making Marsh. My boy Seeps the villain. Please tell me I didn't read that wrong. Did Randle leave CAA? Thank you, Jesus. Does that mean he leaves too? He did. Julius Randle is no longer repped by CAA. He has got new agency, and we're going to break down some potential Julius Randle trade ideas and destinations coming up in a second, just in case they move on from him. Thank you, Jesus, he says. Thank you, Jesus. My computer is tripping out, dude. All righty. I just did one freaking Happy Dad shotgun, so this one may be a little tough. Cheers to you, my man. Let's ride. Shout out to Double R. Type those double R's in the comment section. Knicks Now is so back. Michael said Allie beat you. Hey, it's all right. We're all winners around here. Let's ride. Ah! I spilt a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. By a lot. Oh, man. Oh, my stomach feels like it's being squeezed right now. What do you mean that took mad long? I thought it was pretty decent for the fact I just did 4 of them.
Man, yo, that was 4 beers in about 2 minutes.
I'm going to have to shut down my computer real quick because this is getting crazy.
Actually? Call the IT guy in here?
You hold it down for a second. I'm going to go get this taken care of and turn my computer back on.
You got it.
But, wow, I didn't expect the show to start off like that.
No,
you
I
never
did not.
know what Rob Rod is going to do.
Well, I didn't even know he was here.
I didn't know he was here.
Don't drive home. We walk to work.
We walk to work. It's what we do. Shout out to all of you guys. I'll be back in a second. Seeps is going to hold it down.
Let's go. Parents aren't home. It's just me and you guys. Let's have some fun while Marsh is gone. What should we do? What do you guys want to talk about? I love this from Trey Miles. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't read that wrong. Did Randle leave CAA? Thank you, Jesus. That is hilarious. I don't necessarily mean he's on the trade block, but we're going to dive into some Julius. It doesn't not mean it. Yes, that is a good point. We got some Randle destinations coming to you guys' way here in a second. Julian Alexander is in there saying the real ones know. The real ones know about Double R. Crim's dad saying Let's have a question and answer session with Allie, the Knicks fan. Crim's Dad, that's money, man. That's money.
When is Crimmy coming back?
Yeah, Marsh just asked me, when is Crimmy coming back? When is the Crim's Dad coming back? Who knows, Crimmy? Who knows? That's on you. That's on you. So we are going to bring on a special guest.
Marshall's back.
All right. Marshall's back in the studio, everybody. What's good, Marsh? How you doing?
Hey, back. Had to change my shirt. Sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling, folks? Get my laptop set up real quick.
Yeah.
How are we feeling, folks?
All right, we're going to dive into the first segment here. Here we go. 3, 2.
Hold on. Let me pull up my script, Seeps. You're a little ahead of me.
You're good. You're good.
A little ahead of me.
Marsh, welcome back. Yeah,
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Feeling good? What do you think about the Knicks this year, Marsh?
I mean, honestly, I think we could be in for a big year from our New York Knickerbockers. I mean, Jalen Brunson, the evolution, his first year in New York. Can't he take that leap into year 2? He's been on Team USA.
Hey,
maybe recruiting?
Maybe a guy like Mikal Bridges, maybe?
We've seen what's happened with guys go to Team USA, they play for their country, they come back, they have a couple friends that maybe want to come along with them. You never know.
Asia's saying we're not getting Mikal Bridges. Hey, he wants to go play with his college teammates, Brunson, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo.
People are talking. Hashtag Knicks or Super Chat to get on the show. Obviously, did we already read this one from Trey Miles?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, sir. Ski.
You guys know about the ski eats?
What do you know about the ski eats?
Ski eat. Peter Wynn in the chat. Peter,
ski.
It's Marsh.
I just had to change my shirt. Just had to change my shirt.
Nets not trading him. You never know. You never know. So real. All right, Marsh's brother in the studio now.
Oh, what's up, man?
What's up, Jeremy? How you
What's up,
doing?
Jeremy?
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
We got Jeremy Chugs in the studio, Marsh.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's up?
Marsh?
What's going on with your screen?
It wasn't working for a little bit.
I can see that.
It wasn't working.
There's nothing on there.
You actually do look like me with the Nike today. You're a Nike boy.
Checks over stripes. That's what I like. That's what I like. Lost all respect. Put him on a check. Yeah, I was 4 seats for Drake.
Damn, you're rich.
Just saying.
Did you meet him?
Yeah.
Was it big? Even though he's Canadian?
Mm-hmm. Big time. Big time. DK didn't get to see. She was up top.
That might be I can't get my
Dude, yeah, I was did you spill it? Spill something on it?
No, it's because
Oh, Trey Miles showing love to Jeremy, getting him on the T-shirts.
Hey!
Let's go, Trey. Yeah!
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this.
We're back? Fighting through some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Which one are y'all on?
Take that back, but Trey
I'm on
Miles.
Studios.
Jeremy, what's your T-shirt size?
XL.
XL.
Send it in, baby.
XL2.
3 XLs. 3 XLs.
What
Trey Miles.
What shirt are we getting?
Trey York.
True York.
True York.
True York.
IF with it. Ski!
People are calling you guys Marshall Green and Marshall Blue.
Marshall Blue.
Some dude used to call me that growing up, and he thought it was the sickest kiss of all time. Marshall Blue. It's like, good one, man.
God. Sick joke, bro.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Dude, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I can't pull it.
Not even the script?
What Wi-Fi are you on?
I'm on CS 2130.
Try that one.
We're going to get into the latest news and rumors here in a second.
Oh! Internet's working. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to my homies, Young Meech. Yee!
How much for me to boot race you?
How much for me to boot race you? If somebody sends in a $300 super chat, I'll do it.
Wow. All right, I like that.
300?
I usually do
You're
boot.
not that cool, dude. This is the Raiders.
You're right. This
We're
is
better
the
than the
this is the Rob Rod report.
Peter Wynn says, careful, careful.
That's his price.
All
That's
right.
his price.
That's the price.
Hey, what can I say? I'm a little bit more of a high-priced commodity.
All righty, that's the deal. As Peter Wynn is in the building, you know shit's going to get crazy when he's here.
Dude, I miss seeing names like Peter Wynn, Crimmy. I miss the old Crim's dad.
If we get a $300 super chat, I will boot race Chugs. I'll do my second boot of the day, and then I'm donezo. But hey, that's the deal of the day. Jeremy Chug says $300 super chat. We'll do a beer boot race. I know there's a couple people in here that have that potential in them. We'll see if they bring that.
Should close the door.
Yeah, close the door. Close the door, Chugs.
You know what's crazy about this whole thing? Audience has not gone down at all.
It's actually gone up. We do have a mailbag coming up. If you want to be featured on the mailbag, hashtag Knicks or super chat. All super chats will get on the show. We are going to have a mailbag. We can't do it without questions from you guys. So hashtag Knicks or super chat. Davey says,
fun.
Marshall, glad you got the mic back. Your twin has a long way to go. He is all looks, no talent. I don't even think he looks good, to be honest.
I don't know about the looks part,
he's pretty damn ugly to me. But, Davey, that was very kind of you because he doesn't even have that. He doesn't even have that. Oh, that's good stuff right there. All righty. $300 super chat. I'll do another beer boot race versus Jeremy Chugs. Let's start, though, with the news of the last 24 hours. Damian Lillard and Julius Randle, even CAA. Bet US. All right, let's get into it. Are the New York Knicks the mystery team for Damian Lillard? According to ESPN, there's a team in the Eastern Conference that has entered the discussion for a Damian Lillard trade. We'll break down the idea if that is the New York Knicks. Also, Julius Randle has a new agent. It is no longer CAA. He is no longer repped by them, which means he is no longer repped by Leon Rose, the head of basketball operations for the Knicks. Does that mean a trade could be coming? Well, you should subscribe to find out because we're going to put out free videos every single day on the latest Knicks news and rumors. If you want to be in the loop on everything orange and blue, hit that sub button right now. Sub for Knicks Dubs. What up, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. I appreciate everybody for taking time out of their busy day to rock and roll with us here as we let you know everything about the orange and blue. Marc J. Spears of ESPN said, quote, there is a mystery Eastern Conference team that has emerged in the Damian Lillard trade talks. So I saw that, and my first question was, a mystery team? Who the hell could a mystery team be? So I went and I started to look through all of the teams in the Eastern Conference, and I started to whittle down my list, and I was like, maybe the Knicks, for some reason, are a part of this mystery team scenario. Well, the guys over at Bleacher Report, they put out their top 4 teams that they guessed could be the mystery team. That included the Toronto Raptors. That included the Philadelphia 76ers. That included the Milwaukee Bucks. And Bleacher Report, they had the New York Knicks as the 4th mystery team for the Damian Lillard trade talks. Do I buy into it? I don't know about all that. Does it make sense for the Knicks to trade for Damian Lillard? We'll expand on those thoughts in a second, but first I want to get you involved in the comment section right now. Are the Knicks the mystery team that Marc J. Spears of ESPN was talking about? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know what you think down in the comment section right now. I'm going to say no. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me for the Knicks to be that mystery team. You already have your point guard. And what are you going to trade in a move for Damian Lillard? I don't think it makes all that much sense. So I'm going to say no. I don't think they are. Bleacher Report had us as the top 4. But it's let me do my Brian Windhorse best kind of thing right here. Now, why would they do that? So yesterday we woke up and we learned that there was a mystery team in the Eastern Conference. Then a couple of days later, we got news that Julius Randle has left CAA. That is the agency formerly run by Leon Rose, the president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks. So you have Dame being linked to a mystery team in the East, and Julius Randle on that same day left CAA. I mean, I don't want to connect the dots that may or may not be there. I'll let you do that. I will say this. Julius Randle's CAA agent left CAA, and now he is with WME. Does that mean there's bad blood between Julius Randle and his former representation and Leon Rose and potentially the Knicks at this point? Does that mean that a Randle for Damian Lillard trade is potentially heating up? There was reports earlier in the summer that the Knicks had checked in with Damian Lillard. Have they circled the block and maybe thought we could get it done for a cheaper price? I will say this. If you put Julius Randle and Evan Fournier in a trade for Damian Lillard, it works money-wise. If you just add Julius Randle and Evan Fournier in a trade straight up for Damian Lillard, it works money-wise. Which makes me think even more, are the Knicks potentially that mystery team? I don't think so. I don't think it makes sense on a lot of levels, but it is the Knicks after all. We've seen them through the course of our lifetime make some really questionable decisions. I'll ask you this. Would you make this trade if all it took to trade for Damian Lillard was Julius Randle and Evan Fournier? Would you do the deal? If this is all it took, Randle, Fournier for Dame, would you make this trade? Type A for accept, type D for decline. I'll give you my thoughts on this coming up in a second, but first I got to tell you guys about our awesome sportsbook partner, BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/bet, use that promo code chat125, and BetUS is going to hook you up with a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 in your account at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code chat125. You'll have $225 to bet on. You can bet on the Knicks as the NBA season's around the corner. The NFL season's here. You can bet on the Giants. You can bet against the Jets. Do it with our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. We've got your game. Chatsports.com/bet. I'm not trading Julius Randle for Damian Lillard. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm not the biggest Julius Randle fan. A lot of people know that, and I'm not going to shy away from that. Is Damian Lillard probably the better player right now? Yeah, he probably is. But when you think about fit and outlook on the future from a basketball perspective from the New York Knicks, does it make sense to give up your starting power forward for a guy that doesn't even fit with your current roster? The reasons I'm out on trading for Damian Lillard: 2 small point guards. It didn't work when Dame was in his prime and he had a prime C.J. McCollum. Is it going to work when he has a prime Jalen Brunson next to him and as Damian Lillard is on the back half of his NBA career? Can you win an NBA title with 2 small guards that don't defend? I think the last team that has was in 1990 when it was the Detroit Pistons with Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. I don't think that gets it done in the modern NBA. You have to be a top defense to get it done, in my opinion, and I'm not sure that 2 small point guards with Brunson and Damian Lillard gets it done. Another reason I'm out on Damian Lillard: he's 33 years old. He's long in the tooth. Father Time is tugging on the back of the jersey for Dame. I'll tell you what, Father Time, it's telling Dame, it's Dame time. You are past the prime of your career. He's 33 years old, and on top of that, he's owed $216 million through 2027. If he's 33 now in 2023, that means he's 34 in 2024, 35 in 2025, 36 in 2026, and 37 years old in 2027. and he's owed $50 million that season, potentially 60. Now, what about this? Is he a healthy player anymore? He was at one point. He was that guy that used to play a lot of games, but he's only played in 87 games in the last 2 seasons. That's 43 games per season. That ain't going to get it done, especially if you're playing at Madison Square Garden and you're trading Julius Randle for him. One thing Randle does, he's available. He plays a lot of regular season games. So, no, I'm not doing it. But the last thing, and you might say, Marsh, you're crazy for this one. He's an overrated playoff performer. He is. Go back and look at the numbers. The dude in his NBA career in the playoffs is shooting 41%. So I'm going to trade a chucker and Julius Randle, who's inefficient in the playoffs, for a more expensive, smaller, bigger defensive liability, older, overpriced player that does the same thing. 25 points, 41% from the field. That is not good. That's actually bad. 41% in the playoffs does not get it done. So, no, I'm out on Dame. I don't want to see a backcourt of Damian Lillard and Jalen Brunson. I don't want to trade a 2-time All-NBA player at the peak of their powers for a player that's 33 years old. I don't want to trade Julius Randle, no matter how frustrating he is, no matter how mad I get at him not being efficient or effective in the playoffs, for a guy that's owed $216 million through 2027 when he's going to turn 37 years old. I also want to trade for a guy that's only averaging 43 games played in the last 2 seasons, and a guy like Randle that's not as good in the playoffs as he is in the regular season. So for me, I am out on trading for Damian Lillard, even if it is just Randle and Fournier for Lillard straight up. Maybe you think differently, and that is okay. And we can argue about it a little bit more over on my Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. If you don't think I'm right, that's okay. If you think I'm stupid, even better. Go yell at me over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'm not doing it because I don't think 2 small guards that don't defend can get it done, especially ones that's 33 years old. Donovan Mitchell and Brunson, a little bit of a different situation because he's an off-ball guard. Dame has never played off-ball in his NBA career.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. Because what do you...
How much better does that make you, and who is your starting power forward?
You're not winning. You're going to have no size. Dame's a tremendous player. Like,
he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Easy. I mean, he crosses half court. You got to respect him. I just don't think it's a good fit with the Knicks. Listen, like that trade, like on paper, you're like, why would you not do Dame for Julius Randle? I just don't think it's
for all 5 reasons we just said.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Does a starting lineup of Damian Lillard, Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes?
Dude, you're way too small.
You're way too small. You're way too small.
Listen, size wins in the NBA too. It's been proven. The Nuggets were a huge basketball team this year. Like they ran MPJ 6'10", Aaron Gordon 6'10", Jokic 7 foot, all in their starting lineup.
Davey wants to know who had a higher SAT score. Mine was like 1820, all 3 combined.
I didn't take the SAT.
Wow, that's lucky. I had to take a class.
Yeah, I had to take the ACT.
ACT?
ACT.
Yeah, I did the SAT. I did terrible on it the first time, and then I did a class, and I got it up to 1820.
I got a 24 for Kobe.
Is that good?
Not really.
1820 solid. But I credit that with the class. They told you a lot of tips and tricks. That's the word out of my mouth.
Yeah, I remember I got my score, and I was like, all right, we're good. Let's ride.
Yeah, I'm out on trading trading Randle for Lillard. That doesn't make much sense to me. No, it doesn't make much sense. We do have a mailbag coming up in a second. Hashtag Knicks or Super Chat. Make sure you do that. We want to answer your guys' questions. It doesn't look like I've seen anyone ask any questions today. And that's kind of unfortunate because I see a whole bunch of real ones, like my man I Am Jules in the chat. What up, my guy? What up, brother?
You know what? Let's call everybody out right now. Brian, you're good. You asked the question. G5 Weez, you're good. Julian Alexander, you're good. That's it.
So Crim's dad, CPJ, Ryan, Nick, I Am Jules,
there we
So
go.
Real, Davey,
I see you on
Timothy, Berto, William Burton,
Primo, So Real,
William Cofield, Keith Watkins, Slick Rich.
CPJ just got here. That's what he said.
Whoa, I saw CPJ in here hours ago.
CPJ.
That's crazy, dog.
Not asking a question?
That's crazy.
Kevin Jr. Have you not asked a question
So
yet?
CPJ didn't see the boot race?
You saying you didn't see the boot race?
You saying you didn't see that boot race, CPJ?
You would have been proud of Marsh and I.
First, Crim's dad wants to just complain that we're not cute enough.
Yeah.
Be on stream.
Yeah, Crim's dad saying the only time Crim's dad super chats now is if there's somebody prettier than Marsh and I.
And he didn't even do it.
And he didn't even do it. He let Double R do it.
Crazy, bro.
I remember back in the day when Crim's dad thought Marsh and I were good looking.
He thought we were cool.
Yeah, Crim's dad literally thought Marsh and I were the coolest dudes. Now he hates us.
Now he just super chats to Raiders. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You give these guys an inch and they take a mile.
It's like seeing your ex-girl with your rival, dude. It's wild, CPJ. CPJ, you know what's wild? I haven't seen hashtag Knicks come in from you yet. We're calling out the real ones right now.
I saw my man OG in here earlier. Not going to slander OG.
Yeah, OG's OG. CPJ's just laughing.
That's
He's
crazy.
laughing at us.
That's crazy.
Julian saying LMAO, damn, not the rival.
William says, who's drinking the boot? We already did a boot race. So.
Julian. Oh, shout out to, who is that? Camario.
Primo getting a question in.
Primo, we called Primo out. He's answering the bell.
Camario Jarvis, shout out to you. Primo, shout out to you. Who's drinking the boot? I already did a boot today. I'll do another one, but it's got to be a $100 super chat. If we get a $100 super chat, I'll do another, but that's it.
You just said that.
Yeah, honestly, that was probably dumb. I think I should take that back.
500 total. We're at 240 right now. Your stomach's going to be in shambles.
Oh, Lord.
We're doing it right now.
We're about to do Julius Randle trade destinations.
But maybe CPJ's got somewhere else to be.
Yeah, maybe CPJ's got another channel to go watch.
Maybe him and Crim's dad are going to go with the Raiders.
Oh! Peter win! Bang! Peter win!
Let's go!
$100 super chat, my man!
Come on, Pete.
All right, my only caveat to this is
Okay.
after the cuts.
Deal.
I can't do 2 more cuts if I do another boot.
Yes. Yeah.
Peter, is that okay? Can we do it in about 20 minutes?
We'll fly through these.
I want to tell you guys about my Julius Randle destinations. I want to answer your questions in a mailbag, and then I'll close out the show with a, I almost threw up, with a boot. He says, no problem. Peter.
Real one, Peter.
Peter is a real one. That's for sure.
Listen, Marsh can't be 7 beers deep doing 2 cuts, or else the boss gets mad at me. He's like, why did you have him do that? So we got to wait. We got to wait.
Real life story.
You think we're kidding right now.
I got a question for you, Seeps. How much? If we get another 100, are we boot racing?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
deal.
Let's do it.
Deal.
Let's do it.
It's in ink.
Let's go.
If someone sends in another $100 super chat, in 20 minutes, Seeps is gonna beer boot race me, and I'm gonna beat him again like I did the first time.
Who's got us though? I'm curious to see who's in there.
Who's stepping up?
Who's in there?
Who's stepping up? We'll see.
Could be the GOAT.
I feel like this might be a CPJ bomb, but I also think this could be a get right game for Crimmy.
Crimmy's been needing to get right game for about 2 months now.
All righty, before I get any more loose, let's do some Julius Randle trade destinations. Deal stands. $100 super chat. I'm going to beer boot race Seep. Second one of the day, then I'm going to go throw up. All righty.
This is also Waterboy, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. So you got it?
We're good.
All righty. We got a new sponsor alert coming up. Pay attention because I use it and it works. Let's ride. Julius Randle has left CAA. He is no longer repped by them, which means he's no longer a part of the CAA mafia with Leon Rose and Worldwide Wes at the top. So since he's no longer repped by them, which is pretty much means he's no longer repped by the Knicks, there's been some trade rumors coming out. A lot of people have already asked me, yo, Marsh, does this mean we're trading Julius Randle? So I thought it would be a good idea to look at some Julius Randle trade ideas as well as some Julius Randle trade destinations. I think it is, good idea for me to say that I don't think Julius Randle is going to get traded, at least in the immediate future. I think that there could be a chance where Randle ends up being traded at the trade deadline, but I don't think Randle is going to be traded before the season. You might be asking, why did CAA and Randle part ways? Well, we do know this. Randle's agent, while he was at CAA, is no longer there, and he is with the new agency. So maybe he's just being loyal to that guy. But I could look at it and spin it and say, maybe that guy left CAA because he doesn't have a good relationship with Leon Rose, and now Randle's going back on Leon and going with that guy. Look, Randle has been good in New York. He's gotten better every single season outside of that 2021 season. Not sure what happened that year. He said he was dealing with some mental health issues, and that's okay. That's real life. That stuff happens. But overall, he has been good for 3 of the 4 years with the New York Knicks. The thing is, he hasn't been able to be that same type of guy in the playoffs. We've come to know Julius Randle as a 25, 10, and 5 guy for the Knicks with about 44% from the field and 36% from downtown. Hasn't been able to do that in the 13 games he's played for the Knicks in the playoffs. 16.7 points per game, 10 rebounds. I'll take that, but only 34% from the field and 27% from downtown in the playoffs as a member of the New York Knicks. I'll say this. Trading Julius Randle only makes sense if you are getting an upgrade in that starting lineup. You don't just trade Julius Randle to trade him. He's too good of a player. He's on too good of a contract to just say, go over there. We don't want you anymore. We'll take an expiring deal and a pick. You don't do that because you have him under contract for this year. You have him under contract for next year, and he's got a player option in 2025. He will decline that. He'll be an unrestricted free agent then, but you still have him under a very nice contract. Look, $27.5 million for a 2-time All-NBA player. That's a pretty damn good deal if you ask me. I do know this. If Julius Randle does ended up getting traded, we are going live on the channel, and we are going to make a video because if the Knicks make a move, we make a video. I want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed. Almost 28,000 people have done so. Help us get there. Our goal is to get to 28,000 before the preseason gets rolling. We're about 2-3 weeks away. Help us get there. Lock us back in and turn your notifications on. All righty, let's dive into it. I think I had 4 or 5. I don't remember. I have 4 Julius Randle trade destinations for you guys in today's video. Once again, I don't think he's going to be traded before the NBA season, but if he does end up getting traded, I think the most likely team is actually the Philadelphia 76ers. You say, Marsh, why would the Sixers trade for Julius Randle? 1, they need a power forward. 2, he is actually good friends with Joel Embiid, and the Sixers have been trying to get rid of Tobias Harris, it seems like, since he became a member of that team. And as we know, Tom Thibodeau is a fan of Tobias Harris. When you look at Harris, the type of player he is, he's kind of a 3rd or 4th option on a championship team, and I think he's more of a closer to a 4th option. He's actually a solid player. He's just one of the most overrated players in the National Basketball Association, but I can make the argument a guy that shoots 39% from 3 and averages 6 rebounds might be a little bit better of a fit for the Knicks than Randle. I don't think so, but I do think having a guy that spreads the court a little bit more, opens driving lanes for Brunson, as well as R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly and all the players that want to get downhill could make some sense. Also, Tom Thibodeau, he has a favorite in Tobias Harris. He's a big fan of his. He said this back in December of 2022 about Tobias, quote, I think you look at the Sixers, and obviously Embiid and Harden are probably established, but I always thought Tobias was one of the most underrated players in the league. He doesn't say that lightly. I will say this. His payday, it ain't light either. He is on an expiring $39.2 million deal. So you could end up packaging Julius Randle as well as Evan Fournier to maybe go and trade for Tobias Harris. You get off of the long-term deal of Randle. You get off of the expiring deal of Fournier, and you turn that into a player that could potentially make you better right now. You can add another shooter for Furkan Korkmaz, 2 future second-round picks, and then you get $40 million off the cap in this summer. Would you make this trade? I want to hear from you guys. If you were Leon Rose, would you make this deal? Randle, Fournier for Tobias Harris, Furkan Korkmaz, and 2 second-round picks. Let me know what you think. Type A for accept, type D for decline. I want to give a huge shout-out to a brand new sponsor we have here on Knicks Now, and that is Waterboy. When you go to waterboy.com/chatsports and use the promo code ChatSports, they're going to hook you up with 15% off your order. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Waterboy is a hydration powder scientifically formulated to cut your hangover time in half. There are other hydration packs on the market, but nothing comes anywhere close to fighting those Sunday scaries like Waterboy. With 0 sugar and over 3 times the electrolytes of Liquid IV, your hangover will stand no chance. Unlike their competitors, Waterboy has added ingredients beyond just hydration to help with nausea, anxiety, and fatigue. We all know that hydration alone isn't enough to help after that bender you had in Vegas. It's definitely not enough to help with me after some of the wild Knicks watch parties we had last year and are going to have this year. That's waterboy.com/chatsports. And remember, the promo code is chatsports for $15 off. Maybe the best part about Waterboy is how amazing it tastes. Their most popular flavors include strawberry lemonade, that's my go-to, lemon lime, and blue raspberry. You're going to actually want to drink these. Hundreds of thousands of people already trust Waterboy as their hangover cure. It's time to stop dealing with that anxiety alone. For a limited time, Knicks Now listeners get an exclusive 15% off discount when you use the code ChatSports at waterboy.com/chatsports. That's 15% off with the code ChatSports at waterboy.com/chatsports. Waterboy has got you recovered. All right, number 2 team I have on the Randle trade destinations are the Portland Trail Blazers. And the only reason I do have that is just in case, the Knicks do want to make a trade for Damian Lillard. You guys know that there's been named a mystery team in the Eastern Conference that is supposedly interested in trading for Damian Lillard. And could that potentially be the New York Knicks? I mean, on the same day that we got word from Marc J. Spears of ESPN, where he said a mystery team in that Eastern Conference has emerged in a Damian Lillard trade, Julius Randle left CAA. Could there be some stuff working behind the scenes? Not so sure. Bleacher Report actually guessed the teams that Marc J. Spears was talking about. They included the Knicks as the 4th option, the Bucks at 3, Philadelphia 76ers at 2, and Toronto Raptors. No, that was good. Toronto Raptors as 1. Do I think that the Knicks are that mystery team? No, but do I think that they have checked in with the Portland Trail Blazers about a potential trade idea that would send Randle to Portland and potentially, Dame Lillard to the New York Knicks? Maybe. I also think this is pretty funny right here. Julius Randle on Instagram tweeted this: "I cut some off. I had to better myself. Against the odds, I bet on myself. I was at Frank Gibbons before Thanksgiving." What a bar that is. You're telling me this isn't about potentially leaving CAA and going to sign with a new agency? I cut some off. I had to better myself. CAA will see you later. Against the odds, I'd bet on myself. I don't know. Pick a player for me. Who would you rather have on the New York Knicks this upcoming season? Is it Dame Lillard? Is it Julius Randle? Type DL for Damian Lillard. Type JR for Julius Randle. I'm not trading Julius Randle for Dame Lillard. He's 33. He's owed $200 million. He's injury prone at this point, and he's an overrated playoff performer, only shooting 41% in his career in those games. Let me know what you think down below. I think the third most likely team that could trade for Julius Randle, is the New Orleans Pelicans. And the reason that is because of Zion Williamson. We know the connections from Zion to the Knicks and Zion to RJ Barrett and Zion to CAA. We know that Zion wanted to be a Knick on NBA Draft Lottery night. When the Pelicans won the draft lottery, supposedly Zion stormed out of the green room and was upset that the Knicks did not win that lottery. We know how special of a talent he is. We know when he is healthy, big term, when he is healthy, he's a top player in this league. Thing is, he's not always healthy, and to be quite frank, he's never healthy. 53 games missed this past year, missed the whole season in 2021. This is the season he played the best. In 2020, only missed 11 games, and then even in 2019, he missed 48 games. But in that 2020 season where he played 61 of the 72 games, the dude was special. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 61% from the field. He was in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Special talent. And I'm of the opinion that if the Knicks are going to swing big, swing for the fences when you trade for somebody, and Zion is that guy. Just a lot of risk involved and a little bit questionable, but at the end of the day, sometimes scared money don't make money. Maybe the Knicks need to make a risky move and one that could pay off. And Zion, that could definitely pay off for the Knicks long term. I think the next most likely team that we're going to talk about on today's show that could trade for Julius Randle is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Why? Because it could just be a straight up swap of Karl Anthony Towns for Julius Randle. I actually think Randle might fit better next to Rudy Gobert, and I think Towns, well, I don't think he's actually a better player than Julius Randle. I think his ability to play the 4 and the 5 more so and be a more consistent outside shooter could make some sense. I think Randle's better. Now, I'd rather have Randle. You compare their stats. Randle averaged more points. He averaged more rebounds, about the same assists. The efficiency goes in the way of Towns, and the three-point percentage is about the same, but it does lean in the favor of Cat, who is arguably one of the best big man shooters of all times. Also, I like that Cat was actually efficient in his NBA playoff career so far, shooting 47% from the field and 33% from downtown. I just question the dog in him. I question the fight in him. I actually think he's a little bit soft of a player, and I don't want him to be a Knick. But my job is to talk about the latest news and rumors, and I think that maybe if the Knicks do trade Julius Randle, they would call the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't want him. I want that to be crystal clear. I think Randle's a better player, and he's much cheaper. We showed you that Randle contract at the top of the show. He's under contract for the next 2 years, guaranteed for less than $60 million. You would actually end up paying Cat $62 million in 2027, 2028. I think Randle's better, and I'd rather have him on my team. I'll leave it up to you, though. Who is better? Is it Randle? Is it Cat? Let me know what you think down below. As always, just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on everything going around the Knicks. The trade rumors are heating up after Randle left CAA. Thought it'd be a good opportunity to do this segment. I know some people are going to be upset. I don't want to trade Randle. So stop being soft in the comment section and give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Woo! As we did, get a $50 super chat from William.
Let's go, Will.
Burton. Shout out to William
Let's
Burton.
go, Will.
$50 super chat.
I feel bad when they come in during the cut because we can't react to it right away.
Yeah,
but
we were in
shout
the
out
middle
to
of the
Will.
cut, and I saw William Burton drop that 50 ball, and I couldn't really react the way I wanted to. William, I hope you're still watching, my man. Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting the channel. That means a lot, and it goes a long way here. That's a bang for my man William Burton from downtown. Shout out to y'all. William says, honestly, Randle over Zion. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Giants website. Did it work? Okay. Yeah, it was for the Giants website.
All right, well, I'll make this deal. Marsh, where are you doing one boot?
I'm doing a beer boot coming up after this mailbag.
Will dropped the 50. If somebody matches Will's 50, the deal was 100. We're about making deals right now.
Okay,
50.
I like that.
Boot race.
So we're $50 super chat away from you beer boot racing me.
Yeah, you guys won't ever get a deal like this for the rest of the season. This is a preseason deal. We're just dicking around on a Tuesday afternoon. We're trying to have fun with y'all.
And I don't want to see William Burton be left hanging.
I don't either. And you know what? He's not. C-P. J. He made up for it.
One. And I'm choosing the Zion trade over the others.
Yo, why haven't you asked a question, though? Nah, I'm just kidding, CPJ. You're my man. You're my man.
Shout out to CPJ.
Let's go.
Knicks Now legend in the building.
See, and you know he's a legend because we can call him out and mess around with him like that. He knows it's all fun, love.
That's family shit right there.
Family shit. Shout out to CPJ.
Get off my back.
You're the one man, CPJ. Appreciate it.
Shout out to CPJ, a legend here on the channel. We're going to close the show out with a mailbag, and then we will do the beer boot race or the Happy Dad boot race to close out the show.
Yes, we will.
So, is Jeremy Chugg still here?
I'll go look.
All righty. Tell him we're 60 away from 500, and if we get there, he's joining us. Yeah, 3-way. We got to make sure he's still here though. Last chance to get your questions in for the mailbag. Seriously, get your questions in as my man Johnson Yu is in the building, dropping the eyes. Jay Liv says, close the show. It's early. We've already been live for an hour. We still have a mailbag coming up. And then we got a boot race between myself and Patrick Seatman. And I'm getting word right now that since we're $60 away from 500 in Super Chats, if we get there, Jeremy Chugg is going to make it a 3-way boot race. Yes, all right. He said yes. What do you mean? You're in. Dude, toughen up. Are you trying to make that rev or what, dude? Well, we're up to 440. 300 would have had us less than 500. Just simple math. Just simple math. If you're scared, you're scared. If you're scared, you're scared. He's not scared. Deal's on the table. If we get a $60 super chat, Jeremy Chugg is going to join us for a 3-way boot race. That's the deal of the day. Deal of the day from Jeremy Chugg. Oh, it's William Burton. Another $50 super chat. Bang! William Burton. William Burton. William Burton. William Burton. Oh, he's showing out. He's showing out. Peter, we're 10 away. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? William Burton.
Who else? Who else?
CPJ.
Let's go.
The real ones are here. Tell Jeremy to fill that boot.
Knicks Now is back.
Knicks Now is so back.
Knicks Now is back.
We're so effing back.
People forgot about the wagon we had going in here last season.
It was ridiculous.
They forgot.
We're so back.
They forgot.
I cannot wait till October 9th, the first preseason game. First preseason game's going to be lit. Boom! I'm coming out and we're hitting the Celtics in the mouth.
I have a question for you guys. Should Marsh and I start taking boxing classes?
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of in. Because if CPJ runs up on me, I want to know about boom.
We're dicing them up. We're dicing them up.
Oh, yeah, 10, 15 minutes. Don't let him dip out of here, Allie. We are holding Allie to make sure Chuggs drinks the boot.
A live boxing. Hey, if Marsh and I start taking boxing classes, we could box if we hit some ridiculous amount to go live on the channel.
Oh, that'd be good shit.
That would be hilarious.
Jay Liv said, back, you never left. We didn't leave, but just like, I feel the energy is back on the channel.
Yeah. The juice is
back.
back.
The juice is back. We're getting ready to the season. Let's freaking go. Y'all ain't dicing no one up over here.
I'm dicing you up, CPJ.
No MMA moves, CPJ. On our feet only.
Yeah.
On our feet only. Boom.
CPJ is one of those dudes where you see him in like a bar fight, and he's got like the cauliflower ears, and you're like, oh shit, I'm about to get.
CPJ is trying to take it to the ground,
put you in the ground, guillotine. And you're like tapping out, fighting for life, like.
Holy shit.
That's hilarious.
That's good shit right there. All righty. Shout out to freaking William Burton, man.
Yeah, William Burton. Shout out to you.
Shout out to William Burton. Two $50 super chats today. Shout out to everybody that's super chat. Y'all are big time.
Y'all show love. Y'all bring the juice. It's a better show.
It says no rules. No, there's 100% rules with CPJ.
Yeah.
Feet only. Feet only. If you go to the
CPJ's
ground,
one of
I'm
those
out.
dudes. He's one of those dudes.
He's 100% going to hold you an arm bar. You're going to be tapping out. He's like, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Your face is turning purple. You're like, dude, I can't do this.
Holy shit, that's good shit right there.
Oh,
That's my dog, Asia Roberson, back in the building. What up, what up? All right, let's knock out this mailbag, and then we'll do the three-way boot race. Three-way boot race.
Jeremy was,
He's not
fan.
happy.
No,
Jeremy is not happy, and I love that.
I love it too. 500 on a random Tuesday.
They
Shout
make
out to
us
y'all.
do all this BS on Raiders.
That is true.
He could do it over here.
That is true.
Maybe Mitchell Rentz takes his spot. We're getting a three-way boot race, though. Maybe we get sorry-ass Smitty, the Celtics fan.
Ooh.
I'll ask you this question. Would you rather Smitty, the Celtics fan that was born and raised in New York, join the three-way, or do you want Chugs to do it? Type S for Smitty or C for Chugs.
Let us know.
Y'all decide it. They'll decide it. Chugs or Smitty? I want to see the damn Celtic fan squirm.
I kind of do too.
Especially one that was born in New York.
Yes. And he's a Seahawks fan. Like,
He's a fraud.
he is one of the bigger frauds we have in this office.
Julian Alexander says, yeah, F the Celtics. I'm with that. I'm with that. Crim's dad wants Chugs. That's crazy, Crimmy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Julian Alexander saying great content as always. Much love, brothers.
Hey, we appreciate you, man.
Much love.
We
to you.
appreciate you. Berto says Chugs because
Hey,
he's mad.
I respect that, too.
I'm in on that,
I
too.
respect Chugs,
I'm
too.
in on that. Jay Liv said Smitty is a front runner. Yes, he is.
That whole Boston organization is.
Bunch of freaking frauds.
See, Burton wants Chugs. So I think we do Chugs.
William Burton wants Chugs. We do Chugs.
Yeah, that's it. That decides it. We're doing
In.
Chugs.
William Burton decided it. Agreed. All righty. CPJ says whoever is mad the most, Chugs.
Chugs, yeah.
He's such a little
I walked
bee.
back in, and he's like, oh, looks like I got to do a boot now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're just going to do 300, but not if you get 300.
What a joke.
What kind of BS is that, Chugs?
Yeah, we're back on our BS, so real. We're back.
Back on the BS, brother.
Let's go.
B-O-M-B-S. Bombs. What did he say in that
Bombs?
song? Who was it? It was
Back on my bullshit.
it was the New York rapper, Fabulous. He said, back on my bullshit. B-O-M-B-S. That was the song name. Back on my bullshit. Alrighty, let's close it out with a mailbag. Hashtag Knicks or Super Chat. Let's go. Yo, what up, everybody? We are just a couple weeks away from Knicks training camp opening up, and then we are just a couple more weeks away from the Knicks preseason getting kicked off on October 9th against the Boston Celtics. We're going to be live on the channel for that watch party of the preseason game. We're going to be live for almost every watch party. Oh, we're going to be doing a watch party live, I guess I should say, for almost every game this season. So subscribe, turn your notifications on, and I better see you there. Let's go. My man G5, Wheeze, what up, brother? Do the Knicks trade for Donovan Mitchell or sign him as a free agent? Who is a better trade, Giannis or Joel Embiid? All right, good question. Let me answer this first part. Does the Knicks trade for Donovan Mitchell? You know, I don't want them to necessarily repeat the same mistakes that they made with the Carmelo Anthony situation where they traded for him before he was going to be a free agent and he had all intents and purposes to sign with the Knicks. But I will say this. You run a risk of, if you don't trade for him, he's free to go sign somewhere else. I do know that Donovan Mitchell wants to be here. That is a fact. He does not want to be a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I will say this. There is a chance, G5, that if Donovan Mitchell lets the Cavs know he's going to leave in free agency, the Cavs could then trade him prior to the NBA trade deadline. And maybe in those final 2 weeks, that team goes on a playoff run and he really likes it there. And then he changes his idea and his mind about wanting to leave that team. So I think if you want to guarantee that he's a Knick, you got to trade for him. But I do think he would also come here in free agency. But like we talked about, there are some caveats to it that could change it. Now who is a better trade, Giannis or Joel Embiid? It's Giannis. It's going to cost you more to trade for Giannis, but he's the better player by a good bit, in my opinion. He's younger, he's a proven winner, and he's an all-in team guy, and all he wants to do is win. If I could trade for one player in the NBA, it would be Giannis. Joel Embiid is in my top 10, no doubt about it. but all day, give me Giannis over Joel Embiid, no doubt about it. Good question, my dog. Kamario Jarvis, do you think the young guys, RJ, IQ, and Quentin Grimes, will take that step this season? Yeah, I think all of them will be better. It'll be RJ's 5th year in the NBA. It'll be Emmanuel Quickly's 4th year in the NBA. And it'll be Quentin Grimes' 3rd year in the NBA. I'm honestly expecting Quentin Grimes to take the biggest leap out of all of those guys just because I think there's so many parts of his game that are untapped at this point. I think he has playmaking potential. I think he's going to improve on his handle, and I think he's going to have more of a game instead of just being a corner boy, catch and shoot. He's going to add a little pump fake to his game, put it on the deck, maybe a quick little floater. Going to be better as a playmaker. We saw him so many times catch it in the corner, pump fake, drive the baseline, jump in the air, and that little drop-off pass to Mitchell Robinson. Remember, he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school as a point guard. I think he's going to be in this league a long time as a 3-and-D player, but I think he can add more to his bag, and I want to see that in year 3. Also, I'm expecting Emmanuel Quickly to take a leap going into year 4, and I need R.J. Barrett to become an adequate three-point shooter in this league. If he doesn't, it's going to continue to hamper the Knicks and the success that they could potentially have. More questions coming up in a second, but if you want Knicks videos every single day, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/KnicksTV. Nobody puts out more content than we do. Nobody does more live watch parties than we do. We're the fastest growing Knicks channel on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel, lock us in, and make sure you turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Primo, what up, my man? What would you consider the most optimum trade option prior to the season open? Honestly, I don't see a trade happening before the season opener unless it's involving Evan Fournier. If Evan Fournier is being moved out, I see that honestly as the only trade that can happen prior to the season, Primo. I think the Knicks are locked in with Brunson and Randle and Barrett and Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart and Isaiah Hartenstein and Emmanuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes and Dante DiVincenzo. I think the only player that really makes a lot of sense to be traded out is Evan Fournier because he doesn't want to be here. They don't want him here. That makes some sense to me, but that's really about it, my guy. OG, would you guys settle for Embiid and Mitchell because I don't think we're getting Giannis or Zion? Yeah, look, if the Knicks can trade for Joel Embiid and Donovan Mitchell and they keep Jalen Brunson, yeah, I'm in for that right there. I think that would be one of the best big threes in basketball. And I honestly think that a guy like Embiid would help the lack of defense for Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson because Embiid is an underrated rim protector just because he's so damn big and he is good at timing shots and blocking shots, but he's also a dominant player on the glass, and people are kind of scared to drive to the cup on him when he's just standing down there. And I just think the offensive flow there fits so good. You have two guys that could be the pick-and-roll ball handler with Embiid. You also have great spacing with those two guys with Embiid. Look, if you told me right now, OG, 8 months from now, the Knicks are going to have Embiid and Mitchell and Brunson on their roster, to be honest with you, I don't care who really else is because I think it starts with top-tier talent, and those three, they all have that. My man William Burton, what up, MVP, says we've been playing the patient game for a while. Yes, we have. But stick with it until we can get a player like Embiid or the Greek Freak. Hey, you made it this far. I don't disagree with you with that at all. There's no need to rush into a bad move, William. I do like the patience that this front office, led by Leon Rose and Worldwide West, continue to show. But one thing I will say is the draft picks have an expiration date. And the Knicks don't necessarily have the roster spots to add that many draft picks. They potentially have 6 first-rounders over the next 2 years. And as we know, Tibbs doesn't really like young guys on his team, doesn't really like rookies. He doesn't like playing more than 9 men in a rotation. So at some point, you have to make a trade before those draft picks expire. But I do agree. No need to rush it. No need to make a bad trade just for the sake of making a trade. Continue to show patience. But when that time arises, go freaking get it done. And let's be a contender in the Eastern Conference yet again. We'll get to more questions from subscribers coming up in a second, but I got to tell you guys about our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code chat125. Put $100 into your account after you do that, and they'll match it with a 125% deposit bonus. Knicks games are around the corner. You could bet on them. The NFL's here. You could bet on that. College basketball is going to be started sooner than you know it. College football is here. Shoot, you can bet on anything because BetUS, we've got your game. Just go right here, chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. My man Jay Liv, what up, brother? Do you see the Knicks using any of their first-round picks next year to draft a keeper? Maybe one, Jay Liv, but I just don't see it. I really don't. Like, where are they going to play? Maybe you draft someone and you have them and you trade maybe a guy like Quickly, right? And maybe that's your backup point guard. Or you draft someone and that's your Quentin Grimes replacement. But I could see one, potentially two, but you have potentially 4 picks this upcoming year. If all those 4 convey, which I don't think they will, I think 2 will, there's no way that they all get used in picks and added to this roster. If you have 2, I see them using 1 pick, but I do see a trade coming involving draft picks. I really do, and I'm not just trying to, put that in your thoughts. Everything I know, everything I've read, everything I've talked to. Just listen to Ian Begley. Just listen to Ian Begley. He's not saying stuff unless he's heard it. And he said that the Knicks are seriously going to engage with teams this year on making a big-time trade because they know those picks have an expiration date. CPJ, which trade do you see happening with Julius Randle in it? I would like it to be Zion, but what are the chances? I honestly think that Zion trading for him with Julius Randle is at the top of that list, right? The Pelicans get a reliable scorer to pair along with some of those long, lanky wings they have and some of the young players they have. I can see this Pelicans being really high on that list. Yeah, what are the chances? Tough for me to put a percentage on those. I'd say 20%. I don't think it's all that likely. I don't see it happening before the season. But let's say you go to the playoffs, right? CPJ and Julius Randle wets the bet again. I don't see him being on this team again. There's no way they can do that. There's just no way. He'd be on an expiring deal. I would say the most likely is I still think it's that Sixers trade. We know Tom Thibodeau loves Tobias Harris. There was rumors that he wanted to trade Randle prior to last season for Tobias Harris. But it sounded like Leon Rose was the one that didn't want to push it through. Now that he's not a member of CAA, could a trade be more likely? I think it is. And I think a guy that they would love to trade Randle for is Zion Williamson, another CAA client, someone that has a relationship with Leon Rose and RJ Barrett. I wouldn't say all that likely, but amongst the other trades, I think the Pelicans are more likely than a lot of other spots. Long answer. I hope that made sense to you. Kind of rambling, but just trying to get all my thoughts out there and line it up, get my ducks in a row for you guys. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for tuning in to Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Remember, give me a follow over on Twitter at MarshallGreen_. If I didn't get to your question today, just DM it to me, and I'll get back to you over there. I don't know if that made sense what I was saying, but it made sense in my head. All right, yeah, that's what happens when you do a boot and a beer shotgun and you do all that. All righty. You did. That was a good question, CPJ. Like I was like trying to think out loud, or not out loud, but in my head, like, I think they would like to get Zion back. I think Tobias Harris is someone they would like to get back. I still think Cat is a guy they wouldn't mind getting back for Julius Randle. What's your question, I am Jules? Just drop it in the comments real quick and I'll answer it. Seeps is filling up the boots. Just drop it in the comments and I'll let you know. So real. It's been a long Tuesday, brother. It's been a long Tuesday. Here's my question. How much of an impact will the big Ragu have? I think that Dante DiVincenzo has a good impact on this team. I think he does, man. I think he's going to be a part of some closing lineups on this team. Similar to Josh Hart, more or less. I think less of an impact than Josh Hart, just because Hart does it a little bit more of a well-rounded game. Elite rebounder. The Knicks needed that last year. How many times during the watch parties did I said the fourth quarter defensive rebounding was awful? Josh Hart helped with that. Also, when are we doing a Knicks Real One MSG meetup? I need my shirt signed by Seeps and Marsh. I've been talking with my dad. Once football season is over, I would like to do a weekend where I go to a Knicks game, as well as a Yankees game once they start the MLB season. I know that's hard, and it'd probably be playoffs. That'd be tough. I'd say early, scratch everything I just said. This is what I'm going to say. Early February or March or 2024. February or March of 2024, I want to fly out to New York, and I want to go to a Knicks game. And I want it to be a real one meetup. I will select a game, and I will let everybody know well in advance what game it is. Maybe it's when are you planning to go back to the Big East tourney? Maybe we do a real one meetup at the Big East tourney. A real one meetup at the Big East tourney. Yeah, it's a good point. Where's Chugs at? He left. Oh, I thought you said he's gone. Chugs is not happy. That one would be cool. Chugs is not happy. CPJ said stop being a baby bee.
We didn't even get to 500.
We're 8 cents away.
Can somebody send in $1?
Can someone super chat $1? $1.
We were saying all this stuff about 500. Oh, yeah, we're going to get the... We're not even there.
We're 8 cents away.
8 cents away.
Somebody sent an 8-cent super chat.
Yeah, we're at
CPJ did it. What about now, Chugs? What do you got to say now?
How we got there.
That's it?
Good for you.
Good for you. Such a baby, I know. I know. They always make us do all this drinking on Raiders, but, you know, it just doesn't come around what goes around, or whatever they say. I don't know, dude.
$50, I'll take my shirt off.
I don't know if y'all heard him, but he said if we get a... Wow. If we get a $50 super chat, Chugs and Seeps want to take their shirts off.
And he is 60 for Marshall, too. $60, Marshall takes his shirt off as well.
Yeah!
Sam Brown with a $2 super chat says, drink, Chugs, drink. Who?
Brown.
Sam Brown. Crims, stop being so horny, dude.
Wait, can we get a bonk on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Bonk! If we get a $50 super chat, I guess we'll do it shirtless. I guess. Asia, I'll try to make my way out to Citi Field. If I do, I'm definitely hitting you up. You know that. You know that. If we get a $50 super chat, I guess we'll do it shirtless. That would be elite.
It would be Tuesday, March 12th.
Tuesday, March 12th might be it. Is that NFL free agency week, though?
We're the 10th. Philly in a back-to-back.
As the Dope View sends in a $5 super chat. Sorry it's late. One, he never got to apologize. Been out of work 3 years, not much, but here it is. Are we going to develop Jericho? One, never have to apologize for what you do. Two, never have to apologize for super chatting. You did, and that is an elite way to support the show. Not the only way. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. But what I want to say to that is, yes, I want the Knicks to continue to develop Jericho Sims. I think he is the best third-string center in the league.
For $5, I'll unbutton one button.
No one wants to see our shirts off, Chugs. This isn't the Raiders report where they like that stuff. No, I'm not surprised.
See Crims in the comments.
Yeah, Crims is different. Yeah, Crims is a Raiders Report guy now. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Crummy. I miss Crummy. Crummy was a different animal. All righty. All righty. Shirts on. Shirts on. That's totally okay. It's totally okay. I would actually find it a little weird if someone did it. Don't make me mad, then I become crummy. All righty. Cheers, fellas. Shout out to Happy Dad, not a sponsor.
I'm kidding.
Crimmy could get it done right now. Crimmy, he's doubting you, Crimmy. Do we give him some time or do we just go? You won't like me when I'm crummy. Yep. Chugs wins easy. He says go. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. All righty. He is acting kind of crammy. Kind of Karen-y. Cheers. Let's ride. Ah! Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's freaking nuts, dude. Oh. All righty. All righty, we're going to sign off.